Good evening and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. My name is Martin. I'm your host. And yeah, I'm just going to change the background because I want to. There we go. I hope you're well. Good evening. Yeah, we are joined obviously by Ozzy and by Dashmesh. How are you, gentlemen?
Good, thanks, Martin. Yourselves?
Yeah, not bad. Right, couple of things before we get rolling out of the blocks. I am not going to get involved in any YouTube strife. That is between them. I am not involved. Me and Tony are not involved. I don't know why. Leave it. We're not involved. Between other people. I hope they sort it. They may not. Not our business. There we go. I'm not going to go into it. So I'm not going to be answering questions on it. So there you go. Straight away before we even get going. We have got our competition. Pardon?
I've not even been invited, so I can't comment.
Oh, LB and City Luke have been going at it today, but let's say that's between them. There we go. We are going to bring in Carl in a minute, who is competition winner. Bite your dick off. We'll bring him in a minute because I want to bring him in separate because he is competition winner and he deserves his own introduction. Not that you're less important, Dashmesh or Ozzy. Players are the problem, not Pep, not fans, not anything else. Gonna disagree with that, Jack, but I'll explain why.
I would say everyone.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have my rant tonight. I'm going to pre-warn every single person. I'm ranting. So if you don't like it, go away. I'm going to rant.
Strap yourselves in, guys.
One of the topics is called City Till We Die is Dead. Anyway, so I'm going to go into it. I love the club. Nothing will change one bit. The blood should not overpaid pricks on the field. Calm down on that, Jack. Calm down on that, because when I speak to you, you may not feel that way. Edison encouraged it to go for lunch chat with players, but laughing. Encouraging to go for lunch chat. Right, this is the other thing. I'm going to get into that as well. This thing about Modric and Kovacic, the fellow Croatians. What are they meant to do? Ignore each other. We're going too deep here on stuff. This is getting too deep. We're getting very deep on stuff here. We need to calm down a bit. One death threat, one angry shit, numpties to blame. No, Harry, I agree with you, but there was a lot of fans left at half time last night. And you pay your money, you pay price to get it, but we've never done that. Never done that. We didn't do that in Division 1, Harry. And I know you went, and I get it, and I'm not saying you pay your money, pay your price. It's not a good look, though. Not a good look when loads of fans leave at half-time. That's just my perspective, anyway. They've cost us collect Spanish to like a motivated team. They've still got a job to do. Right, well, we'll get into it all. A bit lackluster. If we didn't do our real jobs to full-time, would be questioned. Would you, if you know you're getting sacked in 3 months, would you still give it your all, Harry? Remember, some of these players know they're gone. Would you give your all if you know they're not? This is why I'm going to say this. They're not Manchester City fans. It's a job. If you've been sacked from your job, would you give it your all? And the argument they're all is between mind and legs at the minute. Pep needs to wake up, start trusting players who want us to treble. They aren't the same anymore. Things have got to change from Pep tactically. Players' ambition is high. We need to waste this. But fans walk out, they want to or two. I don't agree with that, Harry. I think fans walking out turning off a TV is piss poor. My opinion, don't like it. Deal with it. My opinion, mate, I think it's piss poor. Again, City till we die, is it, Dad? Give McAtee Bernardo's minutes in midfield. Not good enough. Question, criticise when things get tough, as you have to give the best of yourselves every time. Can always improve every time by 1%. Spent my head on money on gym game, let me down. Spot on Briggsy, comment of the night. Fine, your opinion. First quarter demonstrate is one person's fault, not majority of the problem. There's only one death threat. Yeah, it wasn't just them, it was everywhere today, Harry. Go under the City Extra tweet about Bernardo and see what was said. A shit and laser. But we're going to bring Carl in. Good evening, Carl. How are you, mate? Congratulations.
Yeah.
Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this.
Well, it's lovely to have you. We're just saying hello to others, just going through the comments, and then we'll go through it.
Okay.
I was going to people say the truth as it is, no sentiment and emotional connection, but too many player FC agendas. Yep, agree with that. But Harry, they do represent us. They do. We've got to stop saying they don't represent because they do. Martin, have you got any news on John Stones? No updates on that. They only arrived back from Manchester today. One pissed up idiot wishing death on a player is not majority minimum's fault, but I don't see it online. Don't follow my timeline then, Harry, because they're all over my timeline. I got threatened to be knocked out by 3 people today. My predicted lineup, I'm going to star that. We'll come back to that. I know, but it's making some of the kind of leave. Yeah, there's beef all over it at the minute. However, what everyone is in the chat can agree is the majority of the players within the Furyx have failed the club in terms of pride, dignity, and courage. I try, mate. Not everyone thinks so, especially not today. This is why I can't trust the majority of the players on the pitch anymore. New signings show more fight than the experienced ones. We are going to win on Sunday. Adam's coming in with the positivity. Yeah, the players wasted this time. We discussed with Shuts, especially we travelled over the price being this high. City let the fans down last night. That's not acceptable. We need 4 or 5 new players in the summer. I agree. I feel sorry fans who went to Madrid to watch that shit. I must admit I'd laugh my head off if Liverpool bought the league to Arsenal. I'm not bothered about that at the moment. But I get what you mean. Onwards and upwards. I want us to win on Sunday. So do all of us. Yeah, don't be paying that kind of price, mate. Good evening, Luke. How are you? Last night was a disaster, top to bottom, fan base in a sorry state. Arguments left, right, and centre, accusations, insults galore. We need the season and we need a break. Season to end. Totally agree. Totally agree. We'll go into that. Yeah, we will go into that with the 7. I'll start that as well because we're going to do a big show on that in the next few weeks. We'll probably do it during international break. Coming up, that might be the best time to look at the squad rebuild. Plenty to play for. FA Cup 3 isn't a write-off. Things can finish well. They can. I'm just tired of it all, DC. I love trying to sit with them. It doesn't help when you get idiots having to go at your random stuff. I'll never stop it. It's not as much fun as it has been. I will get that. Where we at? There's loads of people in here at the minute. Harry, that's fine. But people walked out at half time. Harry, you can be fine with it. I don't agree with it. We're entitled to have different opinions, mate. That's not supporting the club. Would you walk out of a cinema halfway through it? Would you walk out of a theatre halfway through a performance? I don't know. It's not the way I do it anyway. We didn't walk out when we got beat by Wickham. Why are we walking out now? And don't say standards. Don't want to wear the standards crap. That's going to come out of everyone's mouth. I'm not having that standards crap anymore. Any news on upcoming Tone? Hello, Blue Heart. How are you? But if they do represent them, we have to acknowledge their views. Well, I don't. I'm not going to acknowledge their views, mate. Evening, everyone. I hope everyone has recovered from that shit show last night. If the players want to do so short after the game, then the rivalry stop on the pitch. Have I missed something? Have things gone off somewhere? Just, yeah, social media has been a hoot today. As per usual, you should give your all for the fans and wages and most of it all. Right, let's get into it. Who wants to start? Because I'm not doing it. I can't bother. You lot
Our
talk about it.
competition winner should go first. It's your first on the show, mate. Do you want to have a crack at last night?
Yeah. So me personally, I think everyone goes on about Haaland being this sort of useless waste of time player, but I think last night it was clear to see that we didn't have a focal point up top, and I think if he was playing, he would have given Rudy a good game last night. He may have dragged him to one side, and I think him and Mamouche could have, possibly created some openings last night. And we saw that against Newcastle. But I just think we've just got tired legs in midfield. They were dead after about 26 minutes. There was just no fight. And I was all for, I thought we may have put up a bit of a fight last night, but I just didn't see it. And it was just a bit of a sorry state last night. It only started to change for me when Gundo came off. And I think at that point, Madrid were just toying with us. But last night, it wasn't good. And I don't see any improvements, and I just want the season to end. But yeah, can't see anything else say other than it was just bad tactics, bad lineup, and just got it wrong last night miserably.
Yeah.
Smash.
Yeah, I was quite disappointed yesterday, not because of we went out of the Champions League. It was more about the lineup, the tactics, the effort from the players, and like just one thing which I remember till now is like Phil Foden struck the ball in the 75th minute for the first time on the goal. Like, why didn't we have that intent from the first minute? Because like we started well for the first 3 minutes before we conceded that goal, and that goal was bad defending as well, like we have done for all season. So I was very disappointed that we did not keep that momentum before we conceded that goal, continuing the whole match, because like until we were 1-0 down, we could have easily scored 2 goals. Like we can, like our team is good enough to score 2 goals, and the issue was the intent. Like players were, in my opinion, players were not making much effort to go ahead. Like they were scared. I don't know why they were scared of Mbappe so much yesterday. Like they are allowing him to run through the players. They're allowing him to cut and shoot in like for his third goal. I don't know why. They're not making much more effort than they showed. And overall, it was very disappointing. Not the actual result that we knocked out, but it was actually the performance. And to be honest, like yesterday, like I didn't go to the social media today, so I don't know what's happening around. But like I would say, if a few people left, like I wouldn't take that so much seriously because the performance was actually very bad yesterday. So I would like I wouldn't prefer that, but I'm like okay if you want to do it, but if it's in like a very minor number, I'm fine. But if it's too many, then obviously we shouldn't do that because it shows like a wrong precedent that once we have this sort of performance, like fans would not be there, which I hope won't be the case moving forward. So yeah, overall, I would say disappointed with the performance, expecting to be knocked out. So not too bad. Yeah.
I've not heard anything that's happened. I don't know what's come about, or I don't know what's happened, since last night. So it's the first time hearing of any of this.
Oh, everyone's just lost it. YouTubers are beefing with each other. There was a video, quite a few fans, more than probably like to see, left at half time. Some left during the second half. Then they got interviewed afterwards, and everyone was shit. Why are you leaving? Was shit, boring, blah blah blah. Someone who was pissed up said they wanted Pep sat, Vinny Company in, and Bernardo Silva to kill himself. Then City actually put a tweet out, and the replies under that were horrific. I've had 3 people threatening to beat me up today. It's all sweetness and lights out there at the minute, and this is not just X. This is X, YouTube, Instagram. It's everywhere at the minute.
Yeah, but it's not your fault though, is it? So I don't know why they target
apparently so.
people.
Apparently, it is my fault, and it's other people's fault.
And
It's crazy
yeah.
at the minute.
And just on that Pep out thing, like I don't understand how can many people be Pep out? Like there would be few here and there who would be Pep out, but in general, I don't consider like anyone should have like a, I would say, knowledgeable thought that Pep should be out. Like he has won 4 league titles in a row. Like you can't expect a manager to win every season. I understand Pep has made few mistakes, and even yesterday he could have made the tactics much better. And even with the substitutes and all those things around the match yesterday was not great as well. But just on basis of 6 months, you can't say Pep out after what he has done for last 8-9 years. And also, like, it's not just that his tactics are the main problem. Players are not performing. We have injuries in very crucial positions as well. So it's not just about Pep not having great tactics this year. It's about all the factors moving into like one big problem. So I think that's the issue this season. So I won't consider any possibility of Pep out. Like he will stay and he should stay, and like there shouldn't be any pressure on him. Like we should be more positive towards Pep, asking him to bring his new players in, gel them together, and hopefully get our team back to the best next season. I think that should be the thought and motivation for the next season. Like, and even this season, we can still go ahead, win the FA Cup. Also, considering how many teams are left in that competition, we can easily do that. Like, we can technically come third in this season as well. So that won't be a disaster as well, because in last 4-5 years there have been 2 times that Klopp didn't finish in top 4, and easily he could have been sacked twice. If people consider that being fourth is a sackable offense, then Klopp should have been sacked twice in the last 5 years, because I think twice he didn't finish in the top 4. So I think we have been in the Champions League for last 10 years back to back, and okay, we went out, but we went out from Real Madrid. In last in last 3 seasons we have been knocked out twice by Real Madrid as well. So considering this season that we have been so bad, I am okay getting knocked out by Real Madrid. So
Right, sorry, I need to address this. Harry, man, you're not understanding what we're saying. So it's not about because he's won in the past. He won in the last 6-7 months. Don't call the last 6 months the past.
And he's not the only problem.
You're not
like,
doing that. You're not understanding the point. It's his first bad season
in
won 9 years.
And he won 22 trophies since he's been here, so I'm sure he's entitled to.
People, because we're in the mud, he's in the middle of a rebuild.
You know what?
Get to the end of the rebuild before we're judging. If this was next season, and
I was about to say that. Yeah.
Next, then I understand the questions. But what do you do if you get a new manager? He doesn't win the title in his first year. Do we sack them? And then we get another manager. They don't win. Do we sack them? You become Chelsea FC, mate. Don't give me the standards. I'm told you, Eddie, man, I'm here for the love of City. Trophies come and go. Fans are not. This is why I'm going to say this. People don't care. If you're here for the trophies, just own it. Are you here for the trophies? Are you here for the love?
Even on the standards, Martin, like even if we consider standards, like even the team with the standards is like can have one off season as well. Like a team with standards doesn't mean they will win every year. They can have an off season as well. Like I'm not saying that people should not have standards. They should have standards, but consider that this is an off season. Players are not performing well. They are aging. We need new players. We had a lot of injuries. I don't know why, but Pep has been not on his top of the game as well in terms of his lineups, tactics, everything. So if at least 2 of these things come come good in the next season, we can definitely be on top and competing in Champions League and Premier League next year. So if, as you said, if this thing happens again next season, then I would be okay considering the thought of Pep out. But until we see what happens next season, like, we should just hold on a little bit and give Pep some time, especially this season and at least half of the next season, to see what's the progress and how things are getting rectified with the new players and the build-up. So
Pep on the board made an error. We know that in the summer. But I can't keep flogging them for their error when they're trying to fix the error now. We spent 200 million in January. So they've admitted their error. We can't keep flogging them for what happened in the summer. This is the bit I don't understand. We've admitted fault. We move on. That's like someone's an alcoholic. You send them to AA. They go to a meeting. They admit they're an alcoholic, but you pan them for the rest of their life for being an alcoholic. You're not helping them. What are we doing here? I don't know. It's Pep. It can be constructively criticised, but it's not constructive criticism. It's going way over the other side of it. He's lost it. He's finished. Football's moved on. We're fourth in the league. We're not even Man United levels.
that is actual shit.
I don't know. Go on, Jose. I am going to come to Super Chats in a minute. No, mate, I would never. Listen, I leave early in the 88th minute because of my disability. Before that, I've never left the game at half-time or in the 60 or 70th minute. Never. You know why? Because I support my team through good and bad. That's me. We've never been that fan base. Do not tell, I'm going to go on my rant in a minute. Do not tell Arsenal fans to be humble one week when we can't be humble. We're sat there going, Arsenal fans need to be humble. So do some City fans. You're getting the cold hard truth here. And Ozzy will tell you, I bottled this up all season. Go on, Ozzy.
No, I've got to say,
Oh,
I've got to be honest. Let's sack the bald fraud. Let's get rid of him. Let's get rid of all 11 players. Let's get the EDS in. You know, let's give it a good hard run for the end of the season. Yeah. So I didn't watch the game live last night. I was at a gig watching Pantera rip up the stage. Great gig. So I watched it today, and obviously knowing the result. So I think I could remove myself a little bit. I think if I watched it last night, I would have been probably where a lot of City fans were. I would have been pissed off. I would have been looking at the performance going, yeah, that's shit. It's not good enough. From the players and Pep, you know, I looked at the tactics. I looked at the formations. I tried to work out, was it a 4-4-2? Was it a 4-1-2-1-2 at times? I couldn't get. I mean, when I first saw the lineup, I was a bit disappointed because obviously Haaland wasn't in. And I was thinking, if we could have Haaland, if we play him like we did against Newcastle, if we could play that way, maybe there's a chance. You know, we're a goal behind. But then I had a thought. This is probably our worst season under Pep, really, as it's been said. As Martin said, we're fourth in the league. We're still in the FA Cup.
Second top goal scorers, by the way, in the Premier League.
Yeah, second top goal scorers. And then I also thought, who are we playing tonight? Real motherfucking Madrid.
That's been lost in everyone's viewpoint, by the way. Great point, Dave. That's been totally forgot. I didn't know we were playing at Crinton Stadium.
I'm sorry, but seriously, can we remember who the fuck we were playing last night? We're playing one of the best teams on the planet. Okay, yeah, they've got some injuries, and you know they've not had probably their perfect season. But fuck me, we're playing up against one of the best forward lines we've ever seen
in the Bernabeu.
I mean, I'm sorry, but if you cannot respect the opposition last night with a better team, whoa, behave yourselves.
Because we're not humble. We've become Arsenal fans.
I don't want to go that far, but you know, I just think we've got to give your head a wobble. Seriously, give your head a wobble. We have had a shit season compared to the last few seasons we've had. We've won the treble. We've won 4 in a row. We've won the domestic treble. I mean, if that's not good enough for you, I mean, as Martin said, admit you're just here for the trophies and just admit it. Listen, I look at the way things have been this season, and we've got, as a channel, we've all gone through the flaws. As Martin said, the summer was a bit of a shit show. The City didn't, they're less on the laurels and look where we are, but they've tried to sort it out in January the best they can. I think some of the things you can walk away with from last night are, we haven't had a solid back four all season. We've had so many injuries. Okay. Ruben Diaz is probably our best centre back in a lot of respects, because usually when he's at the back, you can feel that he has got command of that back line. And we've missed him a lot of times this season. John Stones is one of the best on the ball. But again, he's made out of glass. You know, I feel so sorry for him, because I think if he hadn't had the amount of injuries he's had, we'd be talking about him being one of the best ever. But because of the injuries, because he hasn't had the consistency, it's been lost. And I just think our midfield is a bit of a joke at times. I think you look at Nico, and I saw Nico, and I thought, actually, he was doing his best. I think he had some good moments. I think Kujanov as well. I think times he had, you know, Vinny on toast. The only time he didn't is when Vinny would do a trick, a flip, but you know, whatever. And that's the only time. But let's be fair, he's 20 years old. To have it, Vinny in your back pocket for some of that match, I thought it was bloody impressive. And we've been calling for it, saying that, you know, we need someone who's got pace. We had that last night. Listen, I'm going to be brutally honest as well. I think some people need to think, going into next season, I think we have to put our reality at check, because there's, from all reports that are coming out, and we've all been saying this for weeks, we're going to be losing a lot of experienced players in the summer. We're going to be bringing in a load of new players who have got to learn under Pep and Pep's ways. We're talking possibly 5, maybe more players coming in, and they've got time to bed in. So I think we could be going through this next season. Now, I'm not saying we're going to be having a bad season, but the reality is we may not be winning the Champions League. We may not even be winning the league, because it's going to take more time than just the summer. We get a load of new players come in and they're going to be brilliant, and we're going to go off and win everything again. No. I hope so. But realistically,
I'm just going to quickly do this. I just need to do this. Nick, thank you for renewing for the 10th month, mate. You are a superstar. Thank you so much for your kind generosity and your ongoing loyalty. I appreciate that, mate. Adam Quinn has gifted 5 Mancunian Way memberships. So please say massive thank you to Adam if you were one of the lucky ones. Much appreciated, mate. As always, Alan with the super chat, and with a very sensible super chat. We all know what would happen yesterday, but calm, we are in a rebuild which will go on for 2 summers. Back Pep. And I back that comment. Well done, Alan.
Yeah. Well done, Alan. Good comment.
Mark Harris has got his 1-year anniversary. Well done, mate. Thank you. Welcome to the 1-year club. Appreciate that, mate. You are again a superstar. BM, do you think City will try and win the Club World Cup in the summer? Yes, I do, BM. I do. Thank you for your 199. Cade has renewed he's going on to his 2-year anniversary there, Cade. Thank you, mate. And I hope you had a safe trip back from Madrid. I know you weren't one who walked out at halftime. Punet, thank you for your 9 months membership as well. You are amazing. And you know what that means, because you're all loving it.
More than you believe. More than you believe, I'm happy.
This comment, by the way, sums up this, because I'm just getting my thoughts on this in a minute. Key88, you lads have had 15 years that other fans can only dream of. I've never seen my team win anything, but no team has the divine right to win. I will say this, we've had rival fans laughing at us today, saying, I thought you weren't United fans. And the thing you don't get is, this is not about defending Pep. This is not about, I get City has changed. I get we have different standards and expectations. But I just think I said this a year ago and I got laughed at and I wanted to do a show in it and I pulled back so much through Ozzy and Rich and Pat because I knew it was coming. And I said to them all, and I did say it on a space, I did say when the trophies stop, you will see a meltdown. And I got laughed at. I went, no, we're not that fan. I went, you will. And they'll all pass it off as whatever they want. I said, when the trophies stop, the meltdown will begin. And I hate being right on this, and I don't want to do I told you so shit, but I told you so. Because I could sense it. I could feel it. We were on a euphoric cloud where I think we all thought we were better than everyone else. And I get it. We should be challenging. There is a difference between should be challenging and divine right to win it. There is, I'm sorry, we have to be honest. There is slipped into the fan base of a divine entitlement to rock in and win everything. That has happened. Let's just own it and be honest with it. There has become an agenda on every single player. This season, there is not one player that has not had any kind of shit thrown at them. There's been death threats thrown to every player going, from Nunes to Bernardo to bloody Kyle Walker to Edison to Akanji. People were celebrating Akanji's injury. I'm like, what is going on this season? We've lost our shit. We've lost it.
But Scott Carlson's been the rock. Let's be fair. He's just want a solid leader behind the back.
I just want people to understand that we were the better. We were that fan base that everyone was like, you know what? We want to be like you. I know it's not the 90s. I know, but it's the past. Name me another manager, as Carl said, 22 trophies. He's not won one.
4 in a row.
4 in a row.
22. And the first drop off, we're baying for blood. Wow. My God. And I'm going to say this. I don't believe any of our players are going out and not giving a shit. I don't. Do you know what I think it is? People ain't going to like this. I think if we had 2 or 3 players that had just dropped, I think we'd get away with it. Do you know what the problem is? We have 6, 7, 8 players that have all come to the end together.
All starting.
The whole team. And the problem is, the mind can want to go all day long. But there is one undefeated opponent in all sports and all walks of life called Father Time. No player is going out there going, you know what, I will not give a shit today. Give me my wages, I don't care. No one's ever thought about this. Ilkay Gundogan, for example, perfect analogy I got today was, Ilkay Gundogan has given up his chance. His missus, his wife, was homesick, wanted to come back to Manchester. All her friends were here. Favourite foods were here. So you say to Gundogan, you know what? Come here. Come back. I'm going to give you a 2-year deal. 1 year, I'll play you this much. Get an auto-automatic. We'll put you on the coaching staff. Brilliant, boss. You move all his family, his kids, everyone come across. 6 months later, you all want Pep to go. You know, like I've just shifted all your family over. Well, can you all piss back off again? Why is no one looking at this? They are human beings. They're not meaning to go out and just be crap. They're not doing that. The legs have caught up to them now. Do you know how hard it is? It's like I say to Ozzy, here's a job, mate. Bring your family over to Australia. 4-year deal. All right, cheers. Moves house, brings all his family. 6 months in, sorry, mate, you shit. Off you go back home.
He's told me that a few times. Actually.
Just because they're at the end of the cycle doesn't mean they're shit. And they're not trying. There's a massive difference between trying and not being able to. Are you telling me 7 of our players have all just given up? And Pep's given up. Pep has sacrificed his own marriage to be here. His own marriage, 30 years down the Swan. I'm sorry, people, some of them were going way over the top. They're trying the damn heart out. I know for a fact because, and some might not know, is Bernardo Silva kicked shit out of the boot cabinet yesterday. They have a boot cabinet, you know, they all wheel around and they put the boots in. Bernardo Silva's kicked shit out of it, left a dent in it. Gavardio's gone into the dressing room and chucked a water bottle around. You'd think they're not giving a shit. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's my rant. Carry on.
But you're right, Martin. I mean, we look at, you talk about those players. We're talking about the spine of our team. We're talking about Edison. You know, we're talking about John Stones, Ake, Akanji, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Gundo. Those players have been absolute. I'm going to include Walker in that, actually. These players have been the spine of our team, the heartbeat of our team. We forget what they've done sometimes as a fan base. And Martin's right, they've given a hell of a lot. And I'm angry that, yeah, it felt like it was a lackluster performance last night. It just felt like they just didn't give their all. And like I said, I mean, they were going into this competition, you know, nearly being knocked out, scraping through to last night's game. And what? We were expecting them to beat an informed Real Madrid team. Real Madrid, this is their competition. We have to respect that. They know how to win this competition. I mean, we look at last season, they had to literally drag us to, you know, penalties to win. You know, we have to just think for a minute and go, okay, the time has come for a lot of these players probably to go. It's now time to rebuild and move on. And hopefully with the next load of players, they can come close to what we've had with like Kevin De Bruyne, Walker, Gundo, John Stones, because they've got a lot to live up to try and replace some of these players with the new ones that have come in and the new ones that we're going to get in. It's not going to be easy to replace these legends. It's going to take work, hard work. It's going to take Pep to do another masterclass. We know he's capable. He's had, and we always give Pep on this channel constructive criticism. We'll call him out for if he, you know, if we feel he's made a mistake or he's, you know, done something stupid. We're not above that. But we have to give it constructively. We have to step back a little bit. I appreciate as fans, we love this club. We want this club to win everything. We want to show rival fans, because we've been getting a lot of stick off rival fans, especially this season. and it hurts. Really fucking hurts. It's not just a simple hurt. It's like it's paper cuts, and a lot of them. Yeah, exactly, Dash. It really stings, and it's oh. I've got a lot of mates who are Liverpool fans, a lot of Man United fans. I've got some mates from back home, down south, and they rub it in, and it's fucking painful. But you know what I do? I turn around and go, when was the last time you won 4 in a row? When was the last time you won a Champions League? Oh, I'm sorry, you're sitting where in the league? So, I mean, come on. Let's just give our heads a bit of a wobble and go, all right, this season, realistically, we may not win anything, and I think we just have to accept that. Yeah, we're in the FA Cup still, but do we believe this team has really got it all to win it?
See, Dash, I disagree with that because you know for a fact Gundo and KDB do care. So come on, Dash, don't do that. You know they care, mate. You know they care. Don't do that, Dash.
On this thing, like one of the saddest things for me yesterday was like Kevin De Bruyne not coming onto the pitch, and I could see that he was disappointed himself that like this is most probably his last Champions League match for Man City, and he hasn't played, and they lost, and the way they lost, yeah, and like I've told this many times, like my favorite City player has been Kevin De Bruyne, and seeing him yesterday like that, I feel sad as well, like because he has been one of the legends for us for 10 years, and like he has done so well for us, and like we are sometimes forgetting that even the players when they leave, they become sad as well. They don't want to leave. They know that they are not doing the best they used to do in years going by. So I think it's not just about fans not being happy. I think players themselves are not happy that they are not able to perform to the level that they were performing, and fans would like them to perform. So I think let's just think about them as well, not just like blaming them for everything. Like I think they also know that they are not doing the best right now, and like most of them would be leaving. Like I think it's done for Kevin De Bruyne. I think he's definitely going in end of the year season, and few others.
You can tell I'm fired up tonight. I do apologize. I did warn you going in. I was fired up. We don't want to become Legacy FC. It's 6 months, Cosmic Bagger. We are going to spend money in the summer. The window is closed, mate. We can't do it. Did you want the rebuild in Jan? We're not going to. I think this is what's scared. I think people are scared we're not doing anything.
The problem is,
Pep does want to change it. You know what the biggest problem is? Pep can't change it because he hasn't got all his personnel yet. He's bought one midfielder. You weren't buying 3 midfielders in January. I don't get what people are asking for.
And the positive thing for me from this January window is 3 of those 4 signings are actually playing good. I think Kusanov has been playing very good for the last 2 matches. Like we all know it was not a great game from him against Chelsea, but for the last 2 games he has been very good, I would say. And also Mamouche yesterday also he was trying, and like also now people would understand how Haaland sometimes feel then that no one is passing to him, no one is playing to him. He's alone many times in attack, and yesterday Mamouche was feeling like that. Like he was not getting ball enough. He was not getting chances to score goals because we all know from the previous match that he has good finishing. He can score, but yesterday he got no ball, no passes to him. So what can he do yesterday? And Nico was trying. Like he played fine. I like no one was good yesterday, but he was fine, and he tried. Like especially what I loved how he got the yellow card for pulling the shots off. I don't remember which Real Madrid player was that, but we are actually missing that this season. Like Rodri used to do that kind of fouls every game. like, because like if we are getting counter attacked, he would just stop one attack and essentially we are saving one goal. So at least he did that, because Gundogan, Bernardo, Kovacic don't really do that. So I'm happy at least he did that, took one yellow for the team. So I think that is also what we were missing, and all three of the January signings are playing good. So positives to come ahead, and hopefully get 4-5 different players next season and we can be back. It will be a big task, because as we are saying that a lot of the players who would be leaving are kind of our legends, great players for us in years going by. So it will be a big task, but we can do it. I hope so.
Yeah, I agree with that, by the way, Dash, but that was then, not now. That was then. I know, I agree with you. It was then. It's not now, though. It has changed since then. By the way, thank you. Anyone's come from Hassam's show. Me and Beta were on there earlier on doing a preview. So big up everyone from Hassam. I hope you are all right. Thank you for the raid. Right. We're going to move on because I know I've done my rant. It's time to move on to a bit of positivity. If we can try. I don't know if Carl wants to add anything else. Want to just do these quick super chats?
I was just gonna say on the Gundo stuff, we're forgetting a couple of years ago. You know, he was there when it counted against Villa. You know, he's won us stuff at the death. We're forgetting the goal against United. You know, he's been there, done it for us, and these people are soon to forget them past moments and all. It's all about now, and they're all giving it all. They're all this, they're all that. You know, we have got to stay humble. You know, I was listening to it on the radio the other day. I think it was today actually, and Simon Jordan was like, Arsenal and Liverpool would love 50% of what we've won.
Yeah.
Over the last few years. So, you know, I remember the days, back at Main Road, not winning anything, hating the fact that I had to go into school the next day after getting walloped off United. Them days. So, you know, we've got to accept where we are now, move on, trust the process, and we'll get back to where we are. But it's going to take a little bit of time. But yeah, we will be back where we need to be.
Mate, if there was no light at the end of the tunnel,
yeah,
I'd be on your boat. I'd be on your boat. I'd be rowing for you. But I know there's light at the end of the tunnel. KDB, Gundogan, as much as, you know, maybe not. Gundogan will depend because he has got an also trigger into his contract. Whether that can be, as Jack Garner's put it tonight, amicably, sort of, hello, thank you. But that we have to be fair to Gundo on the other side of that. Because we have messed him around at this point to go, bring your family. No, send your family. We've got to be fair on the way out. Bernardo will need a buyer. Kovacic will need a buyer. Nunez will need a buyer. Grealish will need a buyer. So, yes, we will try. Viana is working now. Players will come. But you're not going to get 11 in and 11 out. That ain't going to happen.
We don't need that, Martin.
Well,
you know,
we're being sold, you might.
True. But I know, but we've still got a decent amount of players, you know,
I'm excited
to
for
look
the
forward
future.
to. Yeah.
Because do you know what we'll say about Pep? Against Newcastle and against Chelsea, I can see a plan going forward now with these new players. We just have to be patient to allow some of the legends to go out the door. And that's what's getting me. They are legends. They're not, we're treating them like dog shit on the way out. They're legends. Like Batty Dicko just said, Dick Gundogan won us a damn title. KDB, our greatest ever player in a lot of people's minds. And we're treating them like something on the bottom of your shoe on the way out. We're doing it. We're being disrespectful because our emotions have taken over.
And I still think we've come a long way since you look at November, December, summer, January. I mean, it was just god awful.
Right. Please stop telling me how to speak on our channel, mate. I will speak how I want. If you don't want to listen, Cosmic Bagger, you go and listen to some critical people. Yeah, but I can promise you now, Cosmic Bagger, and anyone who's listening, Pep is not being sacked. Because that's one more thing I'm going to tell everyone. This Pep criticism, I've criticised Pep. Over the last few weeks, I've criticised Pep. But the trouble is, these Pep criticisers don't want you to criticise Pep. They want you to say Pep's lost it and to be sacked. That's what they want. They don't want constructive criticism. They want me to say Pep out. I ain't dealing with it. Deal with it or piss off. You've got two choices in that. I will not be Pep out. I will constructively criticise him because he deserves it. He's made errors.
Yesterday as well.
You know, let's stop the thing.
And let's be fair, a lot of our rival fans would love Pep to go.
Exactly.
They would be celebrating. They'd be going, you got rid of Pep, you morons. They really would. They may not say it like that, but they would be absolutely just like, oh my God.
No, he shouldn't, Connor. That's
fans always say the opposite. If you ask every rival fan, they would be like, yes, Pep should go, because inside they know that Pep leaving is the biggest mistake we can do. Like,
gives
they know
them
that
a lot of chance dash. That's what it does.
Yeah,
It'll give the rest of the league a chance to try and win something.
And it's not like, even I am saying I'm not at all Pep out. I'm not even thinking about it, but he actually made a lot of mistakes yesterday. Pep could have had a very different starting 11 yesterday, had a very different game plan yesterday, and it was his fault as well how the game panned out. So it's not just on the players, it is also on the Pep how we are doing this season. But saying
he
Pep
could have made
out
earlier
is
changes.
Yeah,
earlier subs.
Could have.
By the way,
I think we just be realistic.
Yeah,
I understand that, but they have feelings, Jack. They're human beings, not robots. You're expendable in your job, but if everyone tells you, if all your workmates tell you you're a dickhead or a knobhead and you're a dick, you would get upset because you are human. Like someone said to me, 300 people are in here. I could have 299 people tell me I am brilliant, but one person comes in and calls me an absolute dickhead. Do you know which one I'm going to remember? The one person who calls me a dickhead. Because that's how human beings behave. They don't remember the majority. They listen to the loud minority. That's human learned behavior. Ozzy will tell you that in the job he's in. We listen to the negativity because it's the bit that in our brain emotionally gets us.
Yep.
That's the bit in our brain. That's well-known human behavior, that. We listen to the negativity, then we do the positivity. It's the way the brains work. I don't know why. It's crazy. It is a real crazy thing, that. Yeah, and you know what, Heady, man? I've said I agree with you. That is the annoying thing, how you can have. But the trouble is, you had Haaland at weekend. Mamouche doesn't work the same with and without Haaland. You know, you got to look in a different way. You can't just bench the players forever. You can't send KDB and Bernardo Silva out for 5 months to pasture. They have to play. This is what I mean. You've got to play them.
I think we've all said like this season as well that Gundo and Silva just haven't played well together.
No,
both of them together have been quite awful. You know, so again, that's another Pep mistake. You know, I would have liked to have seen KDB rather than Bernardo Silva. You know, I would have. We would all prefer a different lineup. Pep, we went with what it went last night. Yeah, it felt a bit of a mistake. It would have been better if we had Haaland, but ultimately, and I'm just going to point this out because I think some people are just not getting it. We played Real fucking Madrid. Right? They have won competition more than anybody. Sorry, Martin.
Like, what is the difference between not giving a shit or playing bad? One is due to age and condition of the body, and one is not caring. There's a massive difference. And if you don't see that, Charles, I can't help you on that. There is a massive difference. I used to be able to run like an athlete. Can't do it now. I'm 42 with a dodgy back. Can't do it no more. When I was a teenager, I could do it all day. What you can do at 18, you cannot do at 50. That's your body.
Run like the wind.
I did. I was picked up by Manchester Athletics.
He won medals and trophies.
No, it wasn't. I didn't have a passion for it.
It could have been the Olympics, but his back just gave up on him.
Anyway, let's get on to the positivity, as Luke said, which is quite right. Couple of super chats and then we'll move on. We can still finish in the UCL spot. What a way to start with the positivity part. Win the FA Cup and the Club World Cup. If the season ended, we just won a Community Shield. That's more than we won from 77 to 2010. Not allowed that. I can't even talk about 6 months ago. That's the past now. They'll tell me, son, you did very well in school yesterday. No, that's yesterday. Past. Poonet, thank you for the very kind donation. Martin, Pep did get it wrong, and I've already said he did. I will give Pep next season and see what happens, but Pep made mistakes this season. 1000% agree with you. That is a fair and balanced thing. You have said he's made mistakes. We agree with. You said you're giving him till next season. That is more than fair. He's earned that. So that is a brilliant comment for me. And that's all it is. That's constructive criticism. It's like this thing of, by the way, I think I watched Nobbins' video. Nobbins did it spot on. This is not one player's fault. This is collective.
Including Pep.
Yeah. Yep. And the board. And Khaldoon. And Chica. Everyone. What do you want to do? Close the club down? Start again? Tea ladies out next.
Let's just do it United and sack everybody.
Yeah, they're literally sacking everyone, aren't they? Anyway, Jack Gone, a little bit of thing for him on to Liverpool, has come out with a tweet, and he said, obviously tonight, that there are going to be a number of changes, which will be music to a lot of people's ears. Excuse me, it is in the Daily Fail, if anyone does want to read about that. But Jack Garner's put it out. There could be comfortably be 5 who leave. I think there'll be more than 5 when you start including goalkeepers. Kevin De Bruyne future's up in the air. Ilkay Gundogan is close to triggering an extension, which he is based on his appearances, but it is sort of an individual who would amicably shake hands if the time was right. Edison will have offers. Bernardo Silva's form has dipped. Jack Grealish is more out than he is in. With Guardiola, John Stones is injured again. Mateo Kovacic and Nunes into the mix, and it's some list. Yeah. So there will be players going out.
I'm sorry. Did he write this with some divine, intervention? Did he suddenly just think on high, like, no one has said this before, that these amount of players would leave, and Pep's been rocky on the edge a little bit. Really, he's editor let him get this out on the print. Wow, he's earned his money, hasn't he, tonight? Whoa!
Even the dinner lady's going, dinner lady, chef, all out the door. What a lot of shit houses. So this is my thing, is at least we know that they know this. What you're all saying is something the club know. I'm Pep. But we only have 2 windows. So, Matty Dickov, I love that name, by the way. I blame Richard Edgill. No, everyone blamed Richard Edgill back then. Start with you. Where you at with this news, obviously? That is such groundbreaking news that 5 or 6 players may be going.
It's if it happens, it happens. But we need it. We need to refresh. It's clear to see. But yeah, if these players have been tagged as leaving or being put up for sale, whatever it is, just want to say they've been great servants to our club, and wherever they end up, you know, I can only thank them for what they've done. But I think we need to change it up now and get some quality young players in that are going to see us through now for our next phase. And I'm not sure who we're getting because I've heard so many names. But
imagine if we didn't get Verts. Imagine the meltdown if we don't get Verts.
I'd love him. I'd love him to come. I heard the price, and I just don't think we're going to get it for that. We're not going to get him for that value. That costs that's been touted out there. But I'd love to get some young, fresh players in, just young. So you know, we've got 5-10 years with them, and it'll put us on our way. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the future and see what happens in end of season. But don't we get an early transfer window because of the Club World Cup? So you know, I think it's a month before. I'm not sure.
And then we get 2 weeks. We get 2 weeks.
2 weeks, so they might get time to bed in and you know.
See, Viana's working now. By the way, Viana is doing meetings now.
But who is it? Who I say I've heard so many names, but who were the players that? Is there any indication of who?
There's a big long list. There's a big long list. I know, and I got this today. Pep is meeting Viana over the next few days. I think probably starting next week to finalise his targets. He's already given them 4 names.
He's already given
them 4 names, and they're working on him. And Verts is one. He wants Verts.
He's got to earn his money then. This Viana because
this is what I mean. Pep's giving his list now. He's going to finalise it next week and we move.
But Chicky's still working with him.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, see what happens, eh?
That's all we can do. I mean, a lot of people didn't think we'd get Haaland for the price we got him, but we did. You know, I think at the end of the day, you know, the club will pay what they think is reasonable. They always have. You know, the club will pay what they think a player's worth, and they won't go above that once they've set their sights on a player and what they think a goal is. They'll make a deal happen.
Hang on, Mingy Wong's got breaking news. I personally think Carson might be gone in the summer. I agree with you.
No, we're not selling Carson. No, it's not.
He's about
and he's still quality.
No, I think we'll offer him a coaching job somewhere. Maybe, you know, just on the goalkeeping coaching staff.
Deserves it, but he could still get in between the sticks. All right, Dash.
I'm doing really good. Outdoor bench, I'm doing very good. I've got a 6-month rant off my chest that I've had on my chest for a very long time. You have no idea how many times I've held back on my rant.
I do.
No, and Ozzy's a liar because Ozzy wanted to do this show 3.5 months ago, and I said, no, not the right time. Ozzy said, should we do a show called Entitlement and Expectations? I went, no, not yet, because I knew I was going to rant.
Plus, he just wants to steal my idea.
I just want City till we die back. I want that fan base, that win, lose or draw, we stood there with them. No matter what. And yeah, I'm being an old fat dinosaur. I know I am.
He is.
I want back what I fell in love with. I'm not here for the trophies. I'm here because of Manchester City. Don't matter who the manager is, who the chief exec is. I'm here for the club. Managers come and go. Chief execs come and go. Players come and go. The one constant in the club is the fans.
Yeah.
He still wants the trophies.
We should not be losing our shit the way we're doing, because we have one season where we don't win a major honour.
Well, he didn't win nothing after his first season, and look what happened then. You know, everyone was calling for him first season, and then look what's happened since then.
Right, let's move on to Liverpool. We've done that. By the way, hello everyone from LB. Hope you're well. Thank you for the raid. If you are new, smash that thumbs up. Appreciate that. You've missed my rant. I've had my rant. City till we die will not. City till we die will not die. Hey, that rant. Right, go Liverpool. Anyone? Where you at?
We can do it. Like
You said that like a little boy. We can do it. We can do it. That was just
no, but seriously, I think we can do it. Liverpool are stumbling a little bit after draw against Villa. I think they are also a bit nervous because they know if they drop points, title race could be on. Like,
no, I'm sorry, Dash. You said this about Real Madrid. I don't believe you. You promised me we'd beat Madrid, and look what happened.
Sorry, what title race for who?
No, not for us. Not for us.
No,
not for us. For
he's now saying we're going to win the title, Martin.
I thought Tony lost it. I thought Tony lost it.
Not for us. For Arsenal and Liverpool, the title race could be on for them. So Liverpool would like to win. So I think it is huge pressure on Liverpool to get 3 points. And I think we can capitalize on that. And also, considering the team we played, I think few different players would play against Liverpool. And like now we know what is currently working for City and what tactics are not working. We know if we are more direct, if we are like passing straight rather than passing sideways, we play much better. And play the youngsters, play Kusanov. Hopefully Haaland is back. If Haaland is back, I am much more confident than without him being in the team. So obviously I would love if Haaland is back, and don't play Bernardo and Gundogan together.
Like, I have no idea if Haaland's fit. I know someone's going to ask that question in the next minute. I have no idea. They only arrived back in Manchester today. They stayed over. By the way, it's something. Does it matter if bloody Modric had a meal with Guardiola and Kovacic? Give over. Real.
And I don't know why, but Pep didn't play Savio as a proper winger yesterday.
Yeah, that was madness. Don't play Savio as a striker.
So I would just want to play as like two proper wingers. Play Doku, play Savio, like proper wingers. If Haaland is playing, then obviously it's a different team. But if Haaland is not playing, just play Mamouche, Savio, Doku, and just let them go. Try to attack Liverpool. And in the midfield, hopefully we get like a mixture of Nico, one of maybe Bernardo, because Gundogan was totally tired after the game, and KDB, I think, because he's rested, and hopefully he can do some good things tomorrow. So I would play Kevin De Bruyne with Nico, and any of the other midfielders I'm okay. And obviously play Kusanov. Don't drop Kusanov now. He is starting to play well. Just let him play, get the confidence in, get him gelling with Diaz. I would really love to see the pairing Diaz and Kusanov tomorrow in the next game. And right back, I think he would start Rico Lewis in the right back, I think. And I don't know how people would react, but I think Rico will start. So, like, because I don't think Ake is fit enough to play full game, and Stones are down.
That's another thing, by the way. Ake actually was not fit yesterday, and he told Pep, "I'll go on and do it for you."
And a lot of our defenders are doing that this year, and like we haven't had like proper fit, ready defenders this year, which is another problem we are having this year. So hopefully he plays a fit team, because against Liverpool we need a fit team. Like, they would be on to us. They know that we are not able to handle pressure right now, so they would pressure us a lot. They would be very quick in their attacks. So I want proper fit players rather than seeing names in terms of defenders. So I'm okay if Rico is playing against Liverpool, and yeah, let's just go for the win. Let's try our best, because if we are going for a draw, we would lose. But if we go for a win, we can win or we might draw.
Yeah.
So So I just want players to go and attack, especially with proper wingers. So
can I just say, by the way, Outdoor Bench, thank you for your very kind gifted 5 subs. Please say thank you if you've been gifted one. Appreciate that. And Dash has got jokes with his £2. Sunday 4:30, Lily Phillips. I don't know who Lily Phillips is. So there you go. And by the way, I'm going to say this, one more, I promise you, my last thing. Anyone who's begging out City to lose on Sunday, piss off. See ya. Bye-bye. We are not Tottenham. Do not do this bullshit if I want City to lose so Liverpool win the title. Piss off. Have a backbone. Have a set of bollocks. We're not that club.
I want to win. I want to see Liverpool fans and Arsenal fans going on.
I'm not doing this crap about I want City to lose. No.
People imagine Arsenal last day of the season losing the league again with 1 point. How amazing would that be?
Jack,
just imagine that.
Come on.
So
yeah, I get you're upset, mate, but it's boring, the negativity constantly. Come on.
Let's go and win. I'm saying these scenes would be amazing if we win the match. Yeah.
I want us to win. My missus is a Liverpool supporter, so that's going to be great.
I'm sorry, mate.
Ooh.
I know. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it could be worse. She could be an Arsenal supporter, but
Well, I don't know about that one.
Did you know she was an Arsenal, Liverpool fan before you married her?
Yeah.
Well, that's on you then. That's all on you now.
Yeah.
They weren't competition at the time, were they? So,
true.
But no, I just think I'm not sure whether the tactics we deployed against Newcastle would actually work against Liverpool. I don't know if it would, but I'm not too keen on Rico playing against Liverpool. I would leave Kushin off at right back because he seems a bit more. He's got a bit more about him.
Who's the centre back pairing?
Well, I'd have Diaz, and I'd have a back three, to be fair, and then have we had two. We have two against Newcastle. We had a back two, a three in front, and then two drop back.
But it was Stones, so Stones could do that role, but he's not there.
He's gone out.
Hang on, stop, Jack. Calm down, or I'm timing you out, mate. Stop. Calm yourself down now. Calm yourself, Jack, or time out you will go. Jesus, mate, it's getting boring now. Boring. No. Jesus.
I don't know who we've actually got fit.
I think we'll know more tomorrow.
Well, yeah. But I think the tactics that they did play against Newcastle, they worked very well. No one was expecting that. So if they could use something similar, and maybe get at Liverpool that way, but have we got the players fit enough to do that?
It depends. I think we'll know tomorrow in the presser. Listen, I know Echeverry's he's here now. Whether he's trained or not, I don't think he'll be thrown at the weekend. I think it'd be lovely. I know Sean talked about McAtee. I don't think McAtee is good enough. I'm sorry, I don't. This is another thing. Just chuck them in because what, and then get beat. We're not achieving anything. This is the problem Pep's in. He's damned if he does and damned if he does. I would go direct with Liverpool against Van Dijk. But the trouble is this directness we needs Haaland there. It doesn't work with Mamouche. Because what you need is that ball over the top for Haaland to lay off to Mamouche. It doesn't work without Haaland. I expect KDB to come back. I wouldn't play Gundo and I wouldn't play Bernardo. I'd play my three in the midfield would be Nico Gonzalez, Kovacic, KDB. and I'd play Doku, Savio, Mamouche. If not, I would play Savio, Mamouche, Haaland. Because Gundogan Bernardo starting. I'm probably taking Foden out for a bit of a rest. I think Kovacic and Gonzalez together would be able to stop that Liverpool midfield at source a little bit. Because the Liverpool midfield's not the quickest. It's not. Szoboszlai and I was trying this with Sam the other day. They can be got at, but it has to be the right pairing in that middle. Bernardo wouldn't work. Kovacic would at least put his foot in a little bit.
And we also need Guardiola to not go ahead too much because Salah would be playing against him. So I don't want Guardiola to just go ahead and like join the attack too much. That's why I also want to see like a proper winger on the left so that Guardiola doesn't need to go that much forward and the winger can actually do that role rather than winger moving in the center and Guardiola going in the front. I would rather prefer like a proper winger playing on the left wing.
Oh dear me. I'm not Steve.
Jesus.
Take care, Sports Talk. Appreciate that, mate. I mean, Damian Liverpool are going to cook us. I think we'll get a draw out of it at the weekend. Whether or not a draw is good enough, the problem is with the last game on Sunday. So I'm talking hindsight. A draw may be good on Sunday. It may be total crap, depending on what happens. If Newcastle and Chelsea both win, a draw's no good to us.
And Bournemouth.
We've got to win then.
I disagree, Martin. I think draw is a great result for us, irrespective whatever other teams do, because like I think if we are seeing in the short term, then obviously it's not a good result. But like I don't care if we are 5th or 6th after this weekend. I care if we are 5th or 6th after the end of the season. I think Liverpool draw is actually a great result because like I think pretty soon Chelsea and Newcastle are playing together. So obviously one of those two will lose points. Nottingham and we are playing together, I think in few weeks, if I'm not wrong. And Newcastle and Forest are also playing. So they will lose points amongst themselves. I think Liverpool, if we draw, it's a great result. And we, considering our form, we can't expect going to win that match. Like I'm saying we can do that, but it's not an expectation that we would be winning that match. So drawing the match, I think it's actually a great result, irrespective if Chelsea or Newcastle win or not. So, and we can't be 6th because even Newcastle win, their goal difference.
What agenda have I got, McAtee? I just don't think he's good enough. Please tell me what game have you seen him start where you go, yeah, that's good enough. And I've said don't start. And when did I say him back in Nunes? Yeah, it was 6 months ago, Jeremy Doku. Don't go back. Listen, times can change.
I think
spent 200 million, mate.
I think next 3 months would show if McAtee is good enough for us or not. I agree with you that he is not good enough for us. But let's say Echeverry comes in, gets a couple of games before the end of the season.
The thing is with McAtee, he's turned down a new contract. He's only contracted to 2026. Nobody wants to give Bernardo and Gundo and all them the time because they're leaving. McAtee's leaving. So why are we giving another guy who's leaving the time? That's the part I'm not trying to get. That's not moving forward. That's all it is for me. McAtee has turned down a contract. So I don't know. I don't know. Doku's a shout. Would anyone play Doku?
I would.
No.
Oh no! Why?
I don't think he's productive. I think his end product isn't the best. He's just got nothing.
Just a question. Are you considering that Haaland would start or he wouldn't start?
I'd say Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne will start.
Yeah, if Haaland starts, I'm not sure Doku will start. But if Haaland is not playing, I think then Doku should definitely play. If Haaland is not starting,
I don't think Doku starts. I think he comes on, if anything. But I just don't think he's just got nowhere. He's just got. I just don't think he's productive at the minute. So yeah, I prefer Savio, and he's playing really well at the minute. And he's come on, and he's shown more than I have seen in Doku. So I just wouldn't start with him. I think Doku's an impact player. He would actually come on, maybe do something that way, but I just don't see him starting.
The trouble is with Doku, because Doku, I do get what you're saying, because Doku's pure muscle, and he's got that impact, instant speed from the off. I think he's going to get a lot of these muscle injuries, because he's one of them explosive, straight from the off players, isn't he? And the way he's built, this is where the muscle injuries are going to. So I'm probably easing him in a bit more, maybe a second half sub. I'm probably building him. So I'm probably going to go with Mamouche. And this is all on Haaland being fit. I'd probably swap Gundo out for Kovacic.
if Haaland doesn't play, who would be your front three then?
Mamouche, Savio Doku. Then it has to be Savio Doku.
Exactly. That is my
I don't
team.
want to see Bernardo out there, and I don't want to see Phil out there.
Yeah.
Is anyone saying Ederson starts? Because we don't know.
Yeah,
he has to.
So.
Right,
honestly, I don't think he would. I know the first goal against Madrid, and we're going to go back into that slightly, but as bad as that judgment was, he was really good against Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think, again, we have to put the games in context, really. So,
like you said, we were playing Real Madrid, so,
Yeah, exactly. And we're playing Liverpool, know. So let's not beat around the bush. We're playing currently Liverpool, who are top spot, on course to win the league. They're still in Champions League. I just think, we've got to give Liverpool a little bit of respect right now. They're doing well. I think we realistically, none of us are sure who's playing. We don't know who's fit, who isn't. Our back four at the moment is a bit of a, we don't know. We don't know if Haaland's fit. Martin, is there any news on Haaland yet? Come on, we need to know. What good are you, Mr. ITK? Yeah, so realistically, let's be honest, this is looking at the moment like, we could lose, realistically. I think we have to be honest. We're not sure.
No, I'm not taking another loss. I'm not having another head loss. Everyone will just be going again.
Oh, why not?
We're one loss away from petitions outside the bloody stadium.
Wow. Just start a position on you, Martin, Mr. ITK.
Thank you, LB. 98. Doku, nearly 20 GA this season, all comps. Yeah, I think he needs to be eased in. I think with his profile and his body and the way his explosiveness, I think you got to be careful with them because he's picking up the same injuries a lot, which tells you it's the way his body is. And that happens with wingers, especially fast-paced wingers. They pick up similar injuries. It's just part of the game, I suppose. Elliot, regardless who plays, it's a ridiculous season with injuries. It's spot on. Players aren't robots. And again, I will say it again, anyone who wants City to lose on Sunday, piss off, bye-bye. You're not a real City fan. You should never want your team to lose. Never.
And now if I'm thinking about it, on right back, Nunes can actually play, I'm not saying I want Nunes to play. I'm saying Pep can actually play Nunes because
I'd rather have Lewis at right back right now.
Yeah.
Because at least he's had some game time. I mean,
I'd want Nico Lewis at right back more than I would Nunes.
Yeah, just because I don't think he wasn't great, but he wasn't like as bad as a lot of people were going on about. He's not a right back. Let's just be honest.
He came into the job. Newcastle.
He was good. So.
But it's because I think he had that support with him as well. I think he had that very good. The trouble is, John Stones is going to be a big loss, a massive loss. Now, the good thing is he walked off. We'll have to see again. It was a risk, 4 games on the bounce.
Yeah, he's gone, Martin.
I think if it hadn't been a Real Madrid game, I don't think John Stones plays. I don't think they take the risk. I think because that game was so big, they took the risk. And it's just not paid off. And the trouble is, everyone was like, this is what we're going to be careful of. We're going to end in a minute because we're doing an hour and a half. I think we just got to enjoy this season because this season there is no wand where we're going to go, hey, presto, everything's fixed.
Enjoy.
Not happening.
Have you been watching the season, mine? Enjoy.
I'm going to enjoy it. And if nobody wants to enjoy it, let them be miserable. Let them be miserable fuckers. If you want to sit in your wallow of unhappiness and misery, and my God, the world's breaking down.
I do.
Join yourself.
You can't enjoy this, Martin. You cannot enjoy this.
What is he talking about? Enjoy this season, not winning a trophy.
I like that.
Behave yourself. Yeah,
City won't win a trophy.
Jesus, so much rubbish.
City won't win a trophy for the first time in 10 years. Bollocks, what's happening?
I'm sorry to all the viewers tonight. I mean, what has come out of Martin's mouth? I have no idea. I do apologise.
I know. Sacrilege. Agreement. It is, isn't it? My God, football was meant to be about backing your team.
No. Winning trophies. All of them. Every season. Forever.
Yeah, enjoy. This is my point, LB. Are you here to support City or are you here to support the Brasso? You're not sponsored by Brasso. Stop giving a shit. Enjoy the season. Be a fan. Come on.
Sorry, LB. I have no control over him.
Don't listen on Martin to Martin on this thing. Don't enjoy.
Don't.
Oh, we're not winning a trophy. Where's me rattle? We're not winning a trophy. Jesus. Exactly. Should always want your team to win. Listen, City till we die. Not City till we stop winning. The term is City till we die. Not City till we stop winning trophies. Grow up, back your team, and look after yourself. We are there for one job, to support the team. We are not in the boardroom. We do not tell people who to sign. We are not medical staff. None of us are better bloody. By the way, the amount of people who are experts on football analysis, Jesus Christ, sack Pep and get half of these people in. I've never known so many football managers in all my born days. We get an opinion. That is all.
I'm in the boardroom. That's what
we debate and we have an opinion. We are not in the boardroom. We are not picking players. We are not picking coaches. We are not picking formations. We're not picking tactics. If you can't live with that, then go and play FIFA. Because you are trying to play football manager in real life. And we're talking billionaires here who don't know who you are from Adam. End of. We are supporters. Why? Because we're there to support through the good, the bad, the indifference.
And the ugly.
If I wanted to be like a Man United fan, I'd have gone and been one. But I didn't want to be a United fan.
He nearly was one.
So stop acting like them. Don't tell Arsenal fans to be humble, and then we don't understand what humble means. Anyway, that's my rant for this evening. End with a bang. And by the way, one more person wants to offer me out for a fight. I'm going to take you up on it. And you'll be fucking sorry. I'll bury you 6 feet under. Anyway.
Come on, Martin. Me and you later. Anyway, Martin, before we end, serious question. Any news on Haaland's injury update?
No, yeah, in the knee. He's got an injury in the knee.
Oh, wow, that's it.
You said in the ITK news, and as Michael said in the knee. Wait, Pep responded to my email. Yeah, wait, why is Pep not responding to my emails? I sent him a tweet. Why is he not responding back? Because he doesn't give a shit what you think. That's why he's not responding back.
Carson up front is a serious show.
In
fact, no. I've changed my entire mind. No, I've changed my mind. We have Edison up front, Carlson between the sticks. I've just solved the Liverpool conundrum. That's how we win on Sunday.
Here, LB, watch-alongs from the 1990s. LB be like, who's that? Who's that? What stadium's that? No, I'm only joking.
No, you think LB we're having a meltdown now? You're watching 90s stuff. His head would just explode.
I'm gonna make LB watch shows from 90. Watch matches from 1998. If you think he's in crisis mode now, Jesus, go and watch Lee Bradbury.
I try and sort it, but it's just not happening.
Couple out. You wouldn't know who that is. Frank Clark, who's that? You could got to have a laugh. Get James back. Could someone tell LB who David James is? You don't know. I'm only joking. Anyway, this channel's gone again. Oh my God. Right, LB watching Lomas. Look. Oh, right. Listen, just enjoy the rest of the season. Stop this Civil War bollocks. We're City fans. All I'm saying. You're all falling out with each other over something none of you can do anything about. Honestly, you're not going to do anything about it. I'm seeing people have beef over what? Come on. Hashtag, thank you. Hashtag together. Fucking hell. Hashtag farther apart than anything else at the minute. Oh. Anyway, just enjoy it. Win, lose, or draw. This season's gone. Top 4, winning FA Cup. Let's do it. Then next season, we clear some of the legends out. We thank them for everything they've done. We let them go out with pride and respect. And then we spend the money. And then City are back. And trust me, we'll challenge for the title next year. Why? Because we've got the best fucking board, the best fucking setup in all the land and all the world.
Fact.
And there you go. Oh, one more thing. Anyone who wants Pep out, there's fucking 19 other teams in the Premier League that I'd quite happily have him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, Martin Space, maybe. This is why I'm negative. The Ajax game, I'm not even know the Ajax game. Challenging with the title isn't good enough. We need the quad. You told me second was a failure. Fuck me. I give up. He told me Riyad Mahrez was a better winger than Mike Summerby. I nearly fell out of my chair. One's got a statue, and it ain't Mahrez. That's just got 100 down ticks.
That's from
anyway, can I just say, by the way, bite your dick off. Absolutely wonderful having you on tonight, mate. Absolute pleasure.
Yeah,
I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Come back on, mate.
More than welcome. Like I said, we're choosing these membership winners, so we're also interviewing you to get you on shows.
Ah, okay.
Mahrez respect, no bueno. Mike Summerby disrespect, no bueno. One has a bugging statue, bronze as well. Not made out of recycled metal. But the other 3 shit ones are made out of.
Get that chocolate bar out your mouth, RB.
Oh. I'll watch show later. Yeah, enjoy. I have had a rant tonight. I have. Because I've just lost it tonight. Right. Anyway, Damesh, thank you for joining us. You are always pleasure to have, mate.
Yeah, no problem.
By the way, I know you're coming over for the Plymouth game, did you say?
Yeah, next weekend.
Honor to meet up with you, mate.
Yeah, and I think I'm sitting in 138 as well, so it will be
Look
easy.
at him sitting on my lap. He's sitting on my lap. He's sitting on my knee.
I don't think you could do that, Martin.
Could someone just tell LB where 138 is in the stadium? He might not know. Right. Someone's going to be like, this beef joke, banter. Hello. I have to tell bloody Ozzy where 138 is in the stadium. I'll tell Ozzy where the stadium is. Anyway, yeah, no, it will be a pleasure to obviously meet
Somewhere in Manchester.
I'll buy you a beverage as a thank you for all your work. Carl, always welcome on, mate. Honestly, really well done. I hope you weren't too nervous. And thank you for your support for all the years. Because, you know, appreciate it. I really do.
No, it's been great. I loved it. Yeah, it's been amazing.
By the way, are you the same person who was on Man City Man TV as well?
Maybe.
God, he's been stalking me for 6 years. No, I appreciate that. See, your name is just so recognizable. Your username.
I've had a few. I just keep changing it now and then. I have had Anya Edison before.
Was One Shot one of your favorite players, or did you just pick up that name?
No, I didn't like One Shot.
Did you not like him?
No.
Could someone tell Ozzy and LB who One Shot is?
Get
him a picture.
All right, dinosaur.
I'm a T-Rex.
No, I liked back in the day Peter Beagrie, Walsh.
Bit of Peter Beagrie. Love a bit of Peter Beagrie.
I used to play football in Failsworth with Richard Edgill on the Astra pitch behind Failsworth School. Yeah.
Wow. Throw the names out, why don't you?
Yeah.
He's just throwing some 500 yards down the road from me out here. Gee, I've just told everyone where we live. Bollocks, I've just doxed myself. Literally, I've just doxed myself.
But yeah, no, there's a few players. But yeah, no.
Disgusting, Albert. I'll tell you that now.
Samaras. We don't talk about Samaras on here. We don't talk about Samaras on here. Because then I have to remind it to Bernardo Carrada, and I also have to remind Stuart Pearce, which I try and forget Stuart Pearce.
Nightmare still haunting.
There was a few players that I didn't. You may remember Karen Gabritskin, Stefan Carl,
Jesus.
And he scored that winner. He scored that goal against Liverpool for us in the 2-2.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Alan Kernahan.
Alan Kernahan, yeah.
Hang on. We're going to be in trouble now because everyone's going to accuse us of.
Yeah, are we doing main road days all of a sudden?
We're not doing main road days. We watched it.
Can we wait till Rich is back for that?
By the way, the only good thing about Samaras and Karate was his goal celebration with the corner flag, and you only saw that once a year.
I tell you what I did do though. Just before we finish, the year we won the Premier League on last day against QPR, I did take the corner flag, and I cut a bit of turf out from around the corner flag. That's now been preserved in a bag. It's behind my granddad's chair back in Southport. So he's now got that corner flag. I can't. I was saying that on on here now, but yeah.
I know, mate. I mean, the police will have you for that.
I know, yeah.
Oof. You'll be the nick before we know it by the end of the night.
Yeah.
They'll knock on your door.
There's a lot of doxing going on in there. There's a lot of doxing. What's Alan putting out? I should be on for Main Road days. No, you're on for Hyde Road days. Anyway, you're taking a sabbatical off the channel, as I remember. Sabbatical, you told everyone, you bastard. Again, Michael Branch on loan, Anthony Grant.
Bob Taylor, Robert Taylor.
No, we bought him.
Oh.
Go on, Alan. We can't be talking Main Road. Buzzing off. No, he got a very bad injury in the derby as well. Alan on for Main Road days would become Alan on for Hyde Road would be comical. Alano. Where's the Main Road wanker merch? Listen, I will say keep an eye out because there is. I'm going to update. I've been told by the start of March, the new audio platform will be up and running. There is going to be a brand new podcast that is going to start. It will feature at least me and Tone. We'll see who else is involved. We're going to have a meeting next week. The other person we want involved 100%, and we want them part of it. And it's their idea as well. So we definitely need them part of it. And they know who they are. And I'm not going to say anything until we hear from them. Everyone's looking now. Anyway, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone. We will be back Sunday night for Liverpool post-match. Tone will be back with us.
Unless we lose.
But like I said, please just be nice to each other. You can disagree. You can constructively criticize. But let's stop the in-house civil war. It's embarrassing. We're better than this. We're better than this. We really are better than this. I know we're hurting, but we'll get there. I promise you. Alan with the final super chat. Thank you, mate. Main Road, that will always be home. And what a lovely way to end. And yeah, all I'm going to say is we'll move Sunday, win, lose, or draw. We are City till we die. Remember that. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.